Let's turn these simple Dollar Tree boxes into cute Valentine gift boxes.
So to make this, you're going to need 2 of these heart-shaped gift boxes. And we're actually not going to use the base for this, so you can actually do something else with that one. We're just going to use the lid. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the 2 lids back to back and hot glue them. Cassie from the future here, and my hot glue did not hold these 2 lids together. I'm not sure why. I tried a few times letting it heat up longer and it just still didn't stay. So I peeled all the hot glue off, and now I'm going to try using super glue gel from Gorilla. So you should have something that looks like this. So one side's going to fit the box and the other is going to be the inside of our box of chocolate. So I'm painting the outside of the box red. If you wanted to put glitter on it, you could do that. Make it as fancy as you want to, depending on who you're giving it to, what they would like. I'm also going to paint the interior rim. I don't need to do the bottom part necessarily, but if you get paint on there, it's not going to matter. We're going to cover that up anyway. So while we're waiting for the paint to dry, we can make our little chocolates. So to make the chocolates, I'm using foam clay. And first you need to condition your clay. So some of them are like a rounded shape sometimes. So I'm going to do one of those. So I'm just making it into a ball. Then I'm going to press it flat on the surface and kind of press down around the edges. Kind of like, I guess we're making kind of like a gumdrop similar shape. I'm going to roll this out with my rolling pin a little bit. And I'm going to use a clay blade and I'm going to cut a rectangle shape. And then I'm just going to kind of fix up the edges here. And now I'm going to cut one into a square. The square ones are always my favorite because they're usually caramel, and that is my favorite. So again, just fix up those corners so that they're nice and squared up. I think I will make another rectangle shape, but a rounded rectangle. So we'll do the same thing, just roll it out and then cut the rectangle. And then I'm just going to kind of shape it so that it's rounded on the ends. If you need reference, just look up some pictures of a box of chocolates or go buy one and you can eat the chocolate after you use it as an example. So I guess it's more of like an oblong or oval shape that we're going for here. So you should let your clay dry before you go on to the next steps. I'm not going to because I'm trying to get this video recorded in one sitting, but once we coat these to make them look like the chocolates, the foam will have a hard time drying underneath. So it's best if you can let that dry first. For the coating on the chocolates, we're going to do caulk. And you want acrylic caulk, not silicone caulk. So I'm going to put some of that in a little cup here. So I'm going to start with burnt umber. And I'm just going to color this so that it's like this will be a dark chocolate one. And then I'm going to add a little gloss Mod Podge. So then you just want to stir this really well until it's completely mixed, nice and smooth, not chunky, and doesn't have any streaks. And it's not going to look like dark chocolate here until it dries, but I promise when it dries, it will look correct. So I'm going to do this rectangle one in the dark chocolate. So I'm just going to start out by doing the bottom side. I'm using a popsicle stick to just smooth it on there. And then I'll just set that down there and I can do the rest of it. Now I'm going to add some chocolate bar to this mixture and make more of a milk chocolate look. And I'm going to do 2 of the chocolates in this color. And for this one, I'm leaving kind of that swirly look on the top that you see on chocolates sometimes. And for this one, I'm going to do some sprinkles on top. So I have some polymer clay brown sprinkles that I think are going to look like chocolate sprinkles. So I'm going to sprinkle some of those on this one. And you can purchase these on Amazon or Etsy, or you can make them yourself. I do have a video that shows how to make fake sprinkles. I'll try to remember to link that in the description for you. So I'm also going to do this one in the milk chocolate color. And then for the last one, we're going to do this one in white chocolate. So I just have some more of my caulk here. I'm going to add a little antique white. Antique parchment will also work for this. Or if you don't have either one of those colors, you could also just add like 1 drop of yellow to your caulk and that'll probably work too. If it's probably best if it's like a light yellow. And then our gloss Mod Podge again. And for this one, I'm going to do a few Valentine sprinkles on the top. These are fake sprinkles, again, made from clay, and they are from Amazon. I'll have a link for you in the description. So for the ones we didn't decorate yet, we're going to do some drizzle on those. So I'm going to take a sandwich bag and I'm going to put my white chocolate mixture in, and then I'm just going to push it all toward one corner. I'm going to snip a tiny little tip off of the end. And then I'm just going to drizzle this one right here. So just across. And then for the other one, I'm going to try doing a pink drizzle. So I'm going to just see if I can add some pink to this white chocolate mixture. Hopefully it doesn't turn orangey. Oh, this is pink Parfait, by the way. Yeah, that turned out good. So do the same thing with the sandwich bag. And for this one, I'm thinking of making like a squiggle. So I'm going to practice right here. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. Okay, so I'm gonna let these dry for a little bit. Probably it would be best if you let them dry completely, but I don't have time to do that, so I'm gonna do it the hard way. The next thing I wanna do is cover up this crack right here. So to do that, I'm gonna use some lightweight spackling. So I'm gonna use this tip here. It's a small tip, it's K68, and I'll link to this set for you. It's all like small tips that you can use for piping, and since this is a little kind of mini gift box, I think this will be a good size. I just have my piping tip inside my bag. I'm gonna score right below where the openings are on the tip, and then I'll just cut in that spot. That'll keep my piping tip from going all the way through. And then I'm just gonna load my lightweight spackling into my piping bag. They do sell spackling at Dollar Tree also. If your Dollar Tree has it, you could grab that there too. Now I'm no cake decorator, so I'm gonna keep this very simple and just make kind of some little dollops. If you're better at this than I am, you can make it as fancy as you want. Okay, so now I'm also going to put some of this fake whipped cream inside, and that's what I'm going to sit my little chocolates in. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I am going to do one other thing to this box. So I'm going to trace where the lid meets the box. And you'll see why in just a minute. Without messing up my whipped cream, I'm going to take this off. Now, because my chocolates aren't dry, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it. So I'm just going to pick up the chocolate and place it in. So if I had more time, I would put the chocolates on when they're dry, but the spackling is wet. That'll make it a lot easier, but I managed to do it. So I'm gonna put a chocolate drizzle around the edge here. So I'm gonna use my sandwich bag again, and I'm gonna use my milk chocolate. For this one, I'm gonna cut a slightly bigger hole. We're just gonna go around and make an edge up here. Try not to go above that line. That's why we made it. And then just some drips down. Try to make them different lengths so they look realistic. And then you can kind of fill in between the drips. For the second one, we're going to use this round box and make a Valentine cupcake out of it. I'm not going to bother to paint the lid. I'm going to use a 2.4 inch foam ball, and I'm just going to cut that in half. And then I'm going to glue this right into the middle. Now, since we realized that the hot glue doesn't work, I'm going to go ahead and just super glue it. I'm going to glue it right into the center. I'm going to paint the base with Anita's True Red. And now I have some lightweight spackling. I'm just going to add a drop of pink Parfait to this. It depends how bright you want it to be. I'm going for like a pastel pink on this one. So I'm just going to add a little bit, and then I'm going to mix that in. So I put the lid back onto the base. This is just going to give me more to hold on to while I'm piping. So I'm going to start on the outside of the lid. And then I'm going to move to the inside part. What I'm going to put on top of mine is a chocolate covered strawberry. Now I have a video where I show how to make these, and I'll link that for you. I have two different ones. I think I'm gonna go with the sprinkle one because I think it looks really cute. But you could do like a cherry or a little heart of some sort, like a floral pick or something like that as your topper as well. So there's how that looks so far. And then as far as sprinkles go, I have some little hearts I'm gonna use. And then I also have these foam beads. These are from Dollar Tree, and they're, I think, called vase filler. And you can decorate this as fancy or as simple as you want. I think I'm just gonna stick with this right here. I think it looks pretty cute like that. So now I'm gonna take a popsicle stick, and I just wanna push this bottom part up. I just wanna make sure none of it is sticking to the base, because I'm going to let it dry on here, but I don't want the lid to be stuck to the base or for any of my spackling to get ripped off when I take the lid off. So I'm just like lightly lifting it. This will help it keep the shape down there, but not stick to the bottom. And I'm also wiping my popsicle stick off kind of in between when it gets too much on it. That'll keep it from getting too messy. Oh my gosh, that turned out so cute. I just absolutely love how cute these turned out. They're so perfect as a little gift box, and it's something that somebody can display all the time and just put little jewelry and trinkets and things like that in there, or they could use it as a candy dish on their desk. Thanks so much for spending your time crafting with me today, and I will see you in the next video.